Welcome to Data Pencil.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our 50 days SQL practice challenge. Today it's day 18 and today we will perform a bit complex queries than yesterday. And if you are new to this channel and you want to participate in this challenge, 50 days SQL challenge, or you want to participate in any challenge of Data Pencil, or you want to join our SQL Plus AI course, which is absolutely free to join after completion, you will earn your certificate. So you have to subscribe our channel so that you will get notified via community post, as well as you can follow our official WhatsApp channel. There we update each and everything regarding registration opening dates of all challenges as well as course. All right, so let's begin with our day 18, and for that we have to open VS Code. Here I have already created our file for day 18 and we already entered here in our database 50 days SQL challenge. So let's start with our query number 1. In this query we have to find the employees whose average performance rating is greater than 4. So basically, as you have seen that in the performance table, there are 3 ratings, right? For 2022, 23 and 24. So first of all, we have to find the average of those ratings, means 2023 rating plus 2024's rating plus 2022 rating, correct? Right? And after that, we have to divide it with the 3. So first of all, we have to find the average rating per employee, and then we will use the filter, okay? We will use the filter so that we will get all those employees whose average rating is greater than 4. Means after calculating the average per employee, if this value is greater than 4, only those records, only those employee IDs and name show in this result window. Okay, so how to do it? Let's see. For that, we need to select our columns. So it's employee name, employee ID, department name, and then it is the rating. So here we are going to use formula, and in this formula what we will do, we will simply add the ratings of 22, 23, 24 and then divide it with the 3. Okay, so let's write performance tables rating 2022 plus performance tables rating 2023 plus performance tables rating 2024, correct? Now let's divide it with 3. So we have divided it by 3 and let's give it a name, so as average rating. Here you might be thinking why I haven't used average function. So guys, if we will use the average function, so this function will be applicable on a single column, correct? Now if we apply it on rating of 2022, then what will happen? We will get the overall average of that particular year's rating, correct? We will not get the rating for each employee according to their performances in different years. Okay, if we will use the average function, then what we will get? We will get the overall rating, average rating. Overall average rating means the combination of all employees. So for this particular query, this formula will be used. Okay, now we have to simply define our tables from which we are taking. So it is from the clean employees table, E, and need to join it with the clean departments, D. On what basis? So on where employees ID, department ID is equal to departments table, department ID, as well as we need to join it with the performance table. So it's clean performance, correct? It's P. On what basis? So where employee ID is equal to the performance table employee ID. I hope it's clear. Okay, now here we have to use the filtration, means only show those rows, those employees whose average rating is greater than 4. So here, as we haven't used any aggregate function, so we are not going to use having. Here we will simply use where this whole thing, okay, let's copy it, is greater than 4. This is it, right? Now let's run this. So in the result window, you can see that we have all employees here whose average rating, average of their yearly performances, means average of their annual performances, means performance of 2022, 2023 and 2024. So this is the list of those employees whose rating, average rating is greater than 4. Okay, so we have total 35 employees. Now, the main purpose of this query is to make you understand that if we are doing the average but we are not using the aggregate function, okay, the dedicated function, if we are not using that, then for the filtration we will not use having, correct? Okay, now come to our second query, and in this query we have to find employees with more than 10 present days. So means we have to find those employees whose attendance is greater than 10. So to get the attendance details, means to count the attendance, what we need to count, we have to count the, look at here firstly, in this attendance table. Here you can see that we have attendance ID date wise, correct, for each employee. So if we can count these attendance ID employee wise, then we can count their present days, correct? So to count the attendance ID, what we have to do, we have to apply count function on attendance ID column. So for that, we will select employees table employee ID, employees table employee name, and then we will apply the count function on attendance table attendance ID. Right, as present days. Okay, now only counting the attendance ID will not work. Why? Because there is status present as well as absent too, correct? So here we have to apply filter as well. But before that, let's write our tables from which we will get this data. So it will be obtained from the clean employees table E, and we need to join this with the attendance table. So clean attendance table A, okay, and on what basis we will join it? So where employee IDs are same, equals to the A dot employee ID. Okay, now here we will apply condition. So it is where, firstly select those rows only where status in the attendance tables, status column is showing present. Okay, apply this count function on only those rows where status is showing what? It is showing present. Now give the result by grouping. Okay, so you have to do the grouping by their name and ID. So it's employee ID comma employee name, correct? After that, the last filtration that we will use will be filter all those rows only where count is showing greater than 10, correct? So here we will write now having, because we have already used this aggregate function. So now there is a need to do the further filtration. So for the further filtration, we will use having. So having count is equal to the, greater than 10. Okay, where this aggregate function is showing the value greater than 1. Just filter those rows only. So basically here we have selected our required columns, ID, name, attendance ID, give the table's name, then only selected rows we want to apply this aggregate function on selected rows. So the rows will be only those where status is showing present, and the result should be come in a group. So grouping should be done by employee ID, and then apply one more filtration, show only those rows where counting is greater than 10. Correct? Now let's run it. Okay, so let's run this again. Okay, so here there is no data. So let's make it 2 only. Okay, where counting is greater than 2. Now let's run it again. Okay, so we have these employees where present days are greater than 2. Okay, now come to our third query, and third query is asking about the departments where total salary paid is greater than 2 lakhs. Okay, so this thing you have to do on your own. Basically, you have to apply the sum function on salary column. Okay, and then we have to join three tables: the department table, the salary table, and the employees table. So we have to basically find here what? We have to find the departments where total salary paid is greater than this. It means we need to do grouping, okay, department wise. So here we will use group by department ID or department name. And at last we will use the filtration, which is having sum of salary is greater than this value, 2 lakhs. I hope you will be able to do it correct. Now come to our fourth query, and it is asking about the employees whose total salary is greater than, okay, whose total salary is greater than department's average salary. Okay, so here it is asking two things. First one is to find the employee's total salary. Second thing, we have to find the department wise average salary. Two things we have to calculate, and then filtration will be used, correct? Okay, so it means here we have to use subquery, and in the subquery we have to find the average salary department wise, correct? And in the outer query, what we have to find? We have to find employees total salary. Okay, and then we will use having. So having total salary is greater than the subquery. In the subquery, what we will write? In the subquery, we will find the department wise average salary. We did such questions earlier as well. Okay, so basically here we will use the correlated subquery. Okay, means in the subquery, whatever department ID value should come, that value we will take from the outer query. I hope you guys will be able to do this as well, because you already did this thing. So just complete this and submit your work via submission form. If you face any difficulty, then you can comment below and I will try to solve your issue as soon as possible. Okay, now I'm ending this video here and see you tomorrow with our day 19 queries. Take care guys, bye bye, keep practicing.